Ever wonder what's going on inside that tiny head? You look at your baby, and you see them looking back, taking in the world. It's a magical time, but it's also a time of incredible, explosive growth happening right inside their brain. Today we're going to demystify that process. We'll explore the amazing journey of your baby's brain development, from those first sleepy newborn days all the way to their energetic toddler years. Forget the complicated science jargon. We're going to break it down into simple, practical insights that you can use every single day to give your little one the best possible start in life. So, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's unlock the secrets of your baby's brilliant brain together. First, let's talk about the starting point, the newborn brain. When your baby is born, their brain is about a quarter of the size of an adult's, but it's packed with billions of brain cells called neurons. Think of it like a brand new city where all the buildings are up, but none of the roads are paved yet. The experiences your baby has every cuddle, every song, every new sight and sound start to build those roads, creating connections between the neurons. These connections are called synapses. In the first few years of life, their brain will form more than 1 million new connections every single second. It's the most rapid period of brain development that will ever happen in their life. Now let's break down this journey into key stages. From birth to around 3 months, your baby is in what we call the sensory stage. Their world is all about feeling, seeing, hearing, and tasting. Their vision is still blurry at first, best focused on things about 8 to 12 inches away. Incidentally, the distance from your arms to your face when you're holding them. This is why face-to-face time is so crucial. They are learning to recognize your face, your voice, and your scent. These are the foundational anchors of their world. Simple things you can do during this time have a massive impact. Gently rocking them, singing lullabies, and providing different textures to touch, like a soft blanket or a smooth toy, are all feeding their brain with vital information. Every interaction is a building block. Moving on to the 3 to 6 month period, you'll start to see a real personality emerge. This is the explorer phase. Your baby's brain is now better at coordinating their senses with their movements. They'll start reaching for objects, grabbing them sometimes with surprising strength and, of course, putting everything in their mouth. This isn't just them being naughty, it's how they learn. Their mouth is one of the most sensitive parts of their body, and it's a primary tool for exploring texture, shape, and taste. You'll also notice more cooing, babbling, and giggling. This is the very beginning of language development. When you babble back to them, you're not just being silly, you're teaching them the rhythm and flow of conversation. You're telling them, what you say matters. I'm listening. This back and forth interaction, often called serve and return, is one of the most important things you can do for their cognitive and emotional development. From 6 to 12 months, we enter the mover and groover stage. This is when many babies start to become mobile, whether it's crawling, scooting, or even taking those first wobbly steps. This physical exploration is directly linked to brain growth. As they move through space, they're learning about cause and effect, object permanence, the idea that things still exist, even when they can see them, and their own physical capabilities. A simple game of peekaboo is actually a masterclass in object permanence. When you hide your face and then reappear, you're blowing their mind and reinforcing this fundamental concept. During this stage, it's a great idea to create a safe environment for them to explore. Let them crawl around, pull themselves up on furniture, and investigate their surroundings. This freedom to explore is like a superfood for their developing brain. As we cross the 1-year mark and head towards 2 years old, we're officially in toddler territory. This is the little scientist phase. Their brain is now wired for experimentation. They are constantly testing hypotheses. What happens if I drop this spoon from my hike? What if I drop it again and again? While it might test your patience, this repetitive behavior is how they learn about gravity and consistency. Language also takes a giant leap forward. They might go from a handful of words to dozens or even hundreds in a matter of months. You can support this language explosion by talking to them constantly. Narrate your day. Now we're putting on your red socks, or let's wash the sweet, juicy apple. Reading books together every day is also incredibly powerful. Point to the pictures, name the objects, and use funny voices. You're not just reading a story, you're building their vocabulary and fostering a lifelong love of learning. Beyond just the cognitive skills, your baby's emotional brain is developing just as rapidly. The bonds they form with you, their primary caregivers, are literally shaping the architecture of their brain. When your baby cries and you respond with a cuddle and soothing words, you're not spoiling them. You're building trust and security. You're reteaching them that the world is a safe place and that they are loved and cared for. This sense of security gives them the confidence to explore, learn, and take risks. It builds a strong foundation for their future mental health and their ability to form healthy relationships later in life. So, every hug, every kiss, every moment of connection is a direct investment in their emotional well-being. It's a powerful, brain-building activity. So, what are the key takeaways for you as a parent or caregiver? First, remember that you are your baby's most important teacher and their favorite toy. The fancy gadgets and expensive classes are nice, but they're no substitute for your loving, responsive interaction. Talk, sing, read, and play with your baby every day. Second, focus on the simple things. A walk in the park where you point out the rustling leaves and the barking dog is an incredible sensory experience. Clanging pots and pans on the kitchen floor is a lesson in sound and cause and effect. Simple, everyday activities are packed with learning opportunities. Third, create a safe and predictable environment. Routines around sleeping, eating, and playing help your baby feel secure, which frees up their mental energy for learning and exploring. And finally, remember to take care of yourself. Parenting is a marathon, not a sprint. A stressed, exhausted parent will find it much harder to be present and responsive. If you're feeling overwhelmed, please reach out for help. Talk to your partner, a friend, a family member, or a healthcare professional. Your well-being is directly tied to your baby's well-being. A happy, supported parent is better able to provide the nurturing environment a baby's brain needs to thrive. There are many resources available, from local parenting groups to mental health hotlines, so please don't hesitate to use them if you need to. You're not alone in this. The journey of watching a baby grow is one of life's greatest privileges. Understanding the incredible development happening inside their brain can make that journey even more meaningful. You're not just changing diapers and dealing with sleepless nights. You are the chief architect of a human brain. You are building the foundations for a lifetime of learning, loving, and growing. Every small interaction counts, and the love and attention you give them is the most powerful brain-boosting tool there is. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore the fascinating world of your baby's brain. I hope you feel empowered and inspired. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more simple, practical parenting insights. Drop a comment below and share one thing that surprised you about your baby's development. Until next time, keep cuddling, keep talking, and keep marveling at the little miracle in your arms.